Hey guys, Welsknight here, bringing you the brand new episode in my Lord of the Rings online Beorning Let's Play. And in this episode, we are going to be going on a journey, minus this server lag that I'm getting anyway. We're going to be going on a journey. I hit level 28 between episodes. We did get a new skill called Bee Swarm. It's actually a ranged tactical skill that uses Wrath. So that's kind of cool. I got that when I hit level 28. Also got a couple minor virtues from deeds. Got another rank in empathy, I think was pretty much the only one, so nothing super major there. But I think it is time for us to head over to Evendim. So what we are going to do is basically go through the Shire and all the way up to Evendim in this episode. And there's not going to be a whole lot of action in this episode. This is mostly going to be traveling and just kind of taking in the countryside and just, you know, having a little talk. There are a few things that I want to talk about. First of all, a lot of you have asked if I am planning to take this Beorning character all the way to level cap. And I'm thinking, as it stands currently, the answer is no. I'm thinking I'm probably going to take him to Moria. And once I hit Moria, I will probably end the Beorning series. However, I will still continue to do LOTRO stuff. There's a lot of other characters and things that I have. But then again, Moria is kind of when you really truly discover a character's group potential, and I really truly believe that if I play the Beorning in a group and really fall in love with it, I will then go ahead and take it to level cap. So I'm going to say Moria for sure. Beyond that, we'll see where it goes. Now, another thing that I want to mention, if you have not noticed already, this episode is in 1080p instead of 720p. So let me know what you think of that. I'm hoping that it will come out well and not choppy and nasty. I know I am going to get a little bit of server lag here and there, but that's going to happen either way because I am on Landrival. And Landrival is one of the few servers left that is really densely populated. So, there is that. Over here, we are passing the old forest. We didn't actually go in there at all, but it's kind of an eerie, creepy place. It's really good for leveling from roughly level 12 to 15. Somewhere in that general level range. The old forest is actually a pretty good place to go. As well as these quests over here in Crick Hollow is what the name of that little hobbit village over there is called. We're going to be coming up to the Brandywine Bridge very shortly, which will take us into the Shire. Now, another thing that I want to mention on this channel is I'm going to be going back to school within the next week or two. I went to pick up my books for class the other day, for all of the classes that I'm going to be taking, and I had no less than 13 textbooks. That's a lot of books, guys. I was a little bit intimidated, shall we say, by the number of textbooks. I'm taking a few Shakespeare classes this semester. I'm taking some other things, and needless to say, it looks like it is going to be a very long and very busy semester of school. So, I'm hoping that I will not have to cut back the amount of content on my channel that I'm putting up every day, but my studies do have to come first, guys, so if it comes down to that, then that's what it comes down to, and I apologize. I can say that this series, that Lord of the Rings, would not be the first series to go, or to get scaled back, because I'm doing basically 2 episodes of LOTRO a week, and I'm doing a lot more Minecraft than that, and I want to keep the LOTRO content coming out at the rate that it's coming out for those of you who are subscribed to my channel only for LOTRO. I know there's a couple of you. So I fully intend to keep LOTRO coming out at the rate that it has been coming out and stick to that. Now, on the other hand, there are a couple Minecraft series that are on the chopping block. One of them I know for sure is going away. But I do fully intend to continue putting up daily videos, even once school starts up, even if it kills me. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. We'll see what happens. I think I should be alright. I think as long as I manage my time wisely and, you know, prioritize things and whatnot, I think I should be alright on that front. Let's see. We're coming up to Hobbiton. Hobbiton is where the party tree is. There's often a lot of festival events that are going on. I think the Yule Festival is now over. I'm pretty sure that it ended on the 14th, if I remember correctly. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I've kind of lost my love for festivals. I usually just kind of play around long enough to take a look at the new cosmetics and then just, you know, stop. I've played through all the festivals so many times at this point that it's just not as enjoyable anymore doing the same quest. Maybe if they introduced a bunch of new festival quests and things, that'd be one thing, but they haven't done that in quite a while, and it's just not as exciting as it once was. Let's see, going north now. So we are getting pretty close to Evendim. And the reason that I'm heading to Evendim now, and I'm only at level 28, even though Evendim is basically a level 30 zone, the first large bulk set of quests, the first quest hub in Evendim is... Oh, now wait a minute. Hey, that's not what I want to do. The first quest hub in Evendim is Oatbarton. And there's a whole bunch of quests that take place in a farm. And what's awesome about them is you are pretty much in no danger whatsoever and don't have to fight any mobs whatsoever through the entire quest hub. I think you have to, you might have to fight like rats once or something. It's all really, really easy stuff that you can do several levels under. And there's a lot of good... we don't want to build up that homestead. I don't care about them. And it's just a really good way to get a lot of experience in a very short amount of time because the quests are all very densely packed into a fairly small area and you can knock them all out pretty quickly. So, Evendim as a whole is actually one of my favorite places. It is one of my favorite quest zones, at least after the overhaul. For those of you who are not Lord of the Rings Online veterans like myself, Evendim used to be nicknamed Everswim because there's a giant lake in the middle of it, and there was no way to cross the lake. There were no boats, there was no fast travel across the lake or anything like that. So the only way to reach some of the central areas was to quite literally swim halfway across the map. So Evendim was not a very fun place. It was nicknamed Everswim. Everyone just kind of, for the most part, wholeheartedly avoided it at all costs. And then Turbine, a couple years ago, gave it a complete and total overhaul, and they did just a fantastic job with it. And now it is probably my favorite quest zone outside of like Moria. So I'm very, very happy with it. And it's a lot of fun, and it's really a good place to level to. You can get from about level to about level 30 to about level 40 just in Evendim pretty easily. I'll probably stick around there until probably about level 35, 30... I don't know. We'll see. 35, 38, something like that. I'll probably hit up the Trollshaws and Angmar before heading to Eregion, before heading into Moria. So that's kind of my game plan at this point. We have now reached Oatbarton, And there's a stable master for us to talk to. We'll just grab him. There's a few different quests around here. Let's see. Albin North Cotton. He's the one in the farm. That's an important one. That's going to be the main set of quests that we're doing here. I thought there was a couple other ones spread about, but I might be wrong on that. Let's take a look up here. No. Okay, those ones all come after we talk to Albin North Cotton, or whatever his name is. So, Albin North Cotton is up here. There's a little path that goes up the hill. We can just kind of sneak to it over this way, if I remember correctly. I think it's up over here. Yeah, you just kind of round this little corner. You can see it on the mini-map there if you look closely. And this will take you all the way to the quest giver, the Hobbit Albin North Cotton. This is also where the North Cotton Farms instance, which is part of the Path of the Fellowship, I think is what the name of the instance pack is called. That's where that's where those instances take places. Wow, English guys, English. I am much English, such struggle. Holy cow. Okay, so the North Cotton Farms, where we are right now, that is also where that particular instance takes place as well. The first level in that, except it gets kind of a makeover, and there's spider webs and creepy crawlies all over the place. So we're I don't know if we'll do those, but we'll see. There's a whole bunch of quests for us to gather. As I said, this is a great place to load up and get a whole bunch of quests in a pretty short amount of time, which is basically what I'm looking to do. There is a handful of quests that kind of decide to throw you off a little bit and take you outside of the area. And the problem is, I always get so lost in here, I can't remember where anything is. But we might as well grab some of this stuff as we're running around like idiots. Somewhere there's a road that leads us out of here. And there's a couple of quests that have to take place outside of the farm walls, and that's where it gets a little goofy. Let's see. We're just gonna leave the various tools that are in the fields for now. Actually, yeah, let's just leave them for now. I'm not super worried about them. Here we go. I think this is the way out. I think I see it right over there. And we'll just kind of sneak down to where Nibs Chubb is. We saw him a little bit earlier. And he's going to give us a quest to search his fields for signs of trouble or something along those lines, if I remember correctly. And that is one of the few quests that you really do have to run outside of that main farm area for. So here's Nibs Chubb right here. And we'll just grab a couple of these, because he's going to give us a few different quests. And then the oats quest you just take care of over here. And finish up some of these. It's not a difficult set of quests. It's basically just, as I said, they're all densely packed into a very small quest area. There's not a lot of running around. You can turn them in quickly. None of them take an exceptionally long time. It's just a great area for power leveling. If you're looking to gain a lot of levels in a very short time, Evendim is a great quest pack. And I highly recommend it since it has gotten the revamp. Oh, this also lets us test out our new skill. Let's give that a try. We're sending bees after the locusts. It looks like it worked. I don't think they'll mess with us again. Although we do have to kill some of these locusts as well for another quest. So there is that. It looks like there's a deed for it too. Let's see. Let's just kind of browse around here. Here's some locusts. We gotta get some of those guys out of here and get rid of them. Also gonna take the opportunity to build up my wrath a little bit so that we can use that long-range tactical skill. We'll send our bees off against the swarm of locusts. Looks like they missed though, which is kind of saddening. I was really hoping that those would do something useful, but I suppose it is what it is. Let's see, we did get all the harvested oats, so we can take those back to Nibs, which is just a great name, Nibs Chubb. I mean, come on. What an excellent name. And he is going to give us these gift mathams, along with some potions, which don't really matter. But the gift mathams are going to be reputation items that will give me rep with the Shire, with the Matham House is what it's called. And this is a great place for getting that reputation as well. So I'm going to do a little bit of these locust quests and things like that. And next episode, we will go ahead and take on the good... We'll handle most of the farming quests, I think. It's going to be a nice, relaxed farming episode. Helping out the poor people of Middle-earth, the regular folk, before we continue on with our epic journey. So, guys, I am going to go ahead and wrap up this episode right here. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I really do appreciate it, and it really, really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.